Today I'm joined by someone who's making a CFFC debut at CFFC 147 on October 10th in Tampa, Florida, live on UFC Fight Pass. He's Devon Dixon. How's it going today, Devin?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
So, next up on the docket, you're fighting Tampa, Florida next week. Little catchweight battle. You versus Daniel Matos. How's camp been? Especially not having to cut all the weight this time.
Dude, so like this time around, I can't even really call it a fight camp, bro. I've just been training a lot. Haven't really changed anything up. I try not to think too much into this whole fight camp thing because I always do. And I always got to make sure everything's perfect, this, that, and the other. I'm just like, dude, you know what? Just show up to training, needs to be done. Because I feel like in the past, in these fight camps, I've been ill-advised on some things. So now I just wanted to kind of do my own thing, which is, dude, just show up to training, get better, be intentful and mindful with your training. And, everything's been good because I've just been in my own head space with everything and not being ill-advised and just doing the things that I want to work on, doing the things that I want to do. And, weight's been good. I've been able to sit a little bit heavier. Personally, the weight cut's always a weight cut. So, but it's going to be nice to have an extra 5 pounds on me so I can ragdoll this kid, throw him around, show him what a man feels like, even though he's the older guy. But yeah, I plan on tossing this kid around like a child.
Speaking of the kid, pretty high-level jiu-jitsu guy. That's about what most of the tape shows. He's a Gracie Tampa guy, so probably gets around with Billy Q. Probably why he's on this card, to be honest. Mm-hmm. Anything stand out that you've seen in tape so far that, without giving away the game plan, obviously?
I mean, he looks like a solid grappler. Pretty much just against guys that don't know how to grapple, if I'm being honest. So I'm really just excited to go out there and test his black belt. I'm a white belt, but I've been training with some of the best guys and best coaches that the sport has seen. So, yeah, my plan is to go out there, show my white belt against his black belt, and just show that it don't mean shit. I mean, he looks good against guys that can't grapple, but I mean, if you've seen any of my fights, I could grapple. He ain't gonna be able to do what he does to me, or do what he does and do it to me. I'd say that's the only highlight I can see. I'd see that's really, he looks okay against bad grapplers. So I don't expect him to look good against a good grappler, which I am.
Awesome. And then we also return to Florida. It's been a while since you had to kind of get the semi-hometown crowd. I forget what part of Florida you actually are from, but you're back in Florida. Does that add any extra motivation?
So I'm from South Florida. Tampa is like the middle of Florida, I guess you can say. Like more central Florida, I guess. I'm gonna have some hometown friends out there, but I've never fought in Tampa, so it's not really. It's still gonna be like a road show for me, not necessarily a home show. But I just always love to travel and fight, dude. The whole thing is a fun experience. So it'll be nice to go to Tampa, stamp my name over there, show CFFC who the fuck I am, and then I'll pick and choose which card I want to fight on, whether that's Atlantic City in March or whenever they come back to Tampa. But either way, Tampa and CFFC are going to know who I am after this fight.
Fantastic. I mean, CFFC, a stable visit now to Tampa, has kind of taken up their southern hospitality visit. It used to be a mix between Tampa and Tunica. Tunica's gone, and if you've ever been to Tunica, you probably know why. It's basically a casino, Wendy's, and mosquitoes. Like, outside of that, you're not really getting anyone else there. Where Tampa brings a crowd, Tampa brings energy, and you're going to experience that, obviously, next week when you're there. So you'll see, there's also been like a launching pad. Do you see this as a launching pad for you? I mean, you're kind of like I don't want to say a career rejuvenation, but this is like a new phase in your career. You see this like helping out your future growth?
Yeah, it's kind of like a fresh start. I had never in my life lost 2 fights in a row back to back, coming off 2 losses right now. So yeah, new promotion, new city. new approach to training. So I'm just, changing some things up that obviously didn't work my last 2 fights, and kind of kept the same exact approach these last 2 fights, and I got the same exact result. So, yeah, it's going to be nice. Fresh start, new promotion, new city. I'm going to go out there, prove a point. And honestly, I feel like my back's against the wall. I'm the young guy coming off 2 losses, really can't afford to take a 3rd loss. So there's nothing in me that's going to allow me to lose this fight. And, I'm just excited to, the fight game, everybody's got a short memory. So you're only as good as your last fight. So after I go out there and smoke this dude, it'll just be nice to be back on the same hype train I had a year ago.
And you also, not only is like a new step for you, the division itself in CFFC is also kind of hitting a turnaround as well. The champ is no longer the champ. The winner missed weight by 2 pounds or 0.2 pounds.
Right.
I can't speak. I like food. I can't speak what 2.2 pounds is, but I would assume for a title shot on a promotion that can get you to the next level, you would do anything to lose that 0.2 to make that fight official. So do you see this like kind of like, I mean, you're talking about your intro, but like, does that also like motivate you too, knowing there's no king of the division right now? This is a new division essentially, roster wise.
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't really know. Actually, I mean, basically like the top 3 guys I do know, and I've trained with all 3 of them. Angel, Jesse, say Richie is probably one of the top guys in there now too. Dude, I've trained with all of them. We've all trained at the same gym, so it's kind of weird. Like, I don't really have like a good or bad take on it. As far as the 0.2 goes, I mean, it could have just been his scale. That said, he could have been on weight on his scale, and then things, that 0.2. I don't know. I would assume Angel did everything he could to lose that 0.2 pounds, and he probably was on weight on his scale. I have no idea. Shit does get funny on your own scale and on the promotion scale, but it's going to be nice to go in there and clean up some new blood. It's going to be a lot of fresh new faces. It's going to be cool. Beating this dude up in Florida, and then going to go to New Jersey, fight somebody over there. Yeah, so the plan is I'm going to go out there, beat this dude up in Tampa, and then, again, CFFC is going to know who I am. I'll have the same hype back that I had a year ago. Very confident in that. And then, maybe beat some dudes up in the Northeast. It'll be cool. All my family lives out there. I got family in Jersey. I got family in New York. So it'll be cool to just remind everybody who I am. That's pretty much it. It's the goal of this fight. Not really about the opponent. It's really just going to go out there and just do what I do best. And, again, remind people I'm the fucking man.
Awesome. And for those who haven't seen you fight for some reason, and that reason obviously is they only watch UFC on Saturday. They don't really care about the regionals because they're casuals. How would you describe your fight style to those tuning in for the first time?
I'd say I'm pretty well-rounded. Pressure fighter. Fights are usually nonstop action. I like to take people down, beat them up, choke them out, which is what I've done a lot of my fights. Take people down, beat them up, find a finish. But can also strike as well. I know my last fight doesn't really emphasize that, but y'all are gonna see in next Friday how that's gonna go down. And my fights are all nonstop action, whether it's on the feet, on the ground, pretty well rounded. So it's always pressure, always action, always a fun fight. That's why promotions love me, fans love me, and you guys are about to find out come next Friday night.
And it's a question I always ask, and I kind of hate it, but because it's always like, how do you see this fight going? We know you want to win, but if you could write the story, how do you finish Daniel Matos?
Shit. How I honestly feel about it is I think I'm going to finish him in the first round. I don't think it's going to be a long fight. I think that he's going to break. I think he's an older guy that really doesn't have a reason to be in there. I think he's just kind of like happy to be there type deal. I'm a better grappler. I'm a better striker. So I just can't see a path to victory for him. That being said, I know he's dangerous. It's his hometown. He's going to come out there trying to beat me up in front of my family, as I am going to do in front of his. And I think I end up clipping him with something big, dropping him, probably choking him out. So I see it again. big emphasis is really going to go out there and show that this kid's not a black belt, or show that I'm a white belt beating up a black belt like I've done before in my fights. And I train with the best grapplers and the best grappling coach in the world. So this kid can't really take a hit. So I think I drop him, finish him on the ground with the ref pulling me off him.
Awesome. So October 10th, CFFC 147, Tampa, Florida. I'm pretty sure this is on Fight Pass. If not, you're stuck on OnlyFans, and I apologize on behalf of everyone that has to watch it on there. Eventually, they will get off of there, and everyone will stop yelling at Zach for bitching about it. But I'm going to pass the mic to you. Obviously, there's someone watching you on OnlyFans or Fight Pass. We're going to say Fight Pass. UFC Fight Pass, October 10th, CFFC 147, Devon Dixon versus Daniel Matos. I'm going to pass the mic to you. You have friends, family, coaches, training partners, new management, the whole nine. You have things to say. I'm going to pass the mic to you to kind of wrap it up. Mike's all yours.
Oh, man, thank you guys for all the support. I'm going to go out there, show all the hard work I put in. I know it's cliche, but, under new management, new promotion, new city, a new point to prove, new purpose in fighting, new purpose in life. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to beat this kid up, remind everybody who I am, and prove all the people that support me right. Not prove my doubters wrong, prove all the people that support me right. That's the plan.
And we do that on October 10th. Best of skill. I look forward to it.
Thank you, boss man. Have a good one.